Movies, movies. Of course, the greatest movie of all time. And board games. How do they mix? Let's take a look. Alright, so here at TIETS Board Games, reviews and interesting facts. Oops, you can see me in the reflection there. We're going to talk about Cinelinx. It is a board game / a card game for, as they say, people who love movies. Let's talk about it because obviously from the clip you just saw, I love movies. Let's see if this game is good for people who love movies. Okay, as I just talked about, I'm a movie fanatic. I was a guy who sat in movie theaters his entire life, watched movies, completely obsessed by them. I can tell you pretty much where I saw any movie at any given point in my life. It's kind of a weird sort of thing that I have in my brain. I can also pretty much match up any movie poster with any movie, which has led to, you know, all these different CNETs and different movie games that have come out, and no one will play those games with me. Not to be arrogant here, well, I guess it is a little arrogant, but I know movies, and so games about movies have never, sorry, did I say games about movies? Yeah, games about movies, yeah, have never really been a huge success when it comes to playing. But this game came out on Kickstarter, Cinelinx, and I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. When I first got the game, I was like, oh, no one's going to play this game with me. I started looking at the cards, and it's got, you know, Wes Anderson in there, Paul Thomas Anderson in there, and all these, you know, kind of great directors, a lot of trendy new movies and stuff. So immediately I knew who to play this game with, my movie-going friends and the people that we talked about movies all the time, and thought I'd give it a swing to see how Cinelinx would pan out. What I found, and we'll talk a little bit more about the game in a minute, what I found about Cinelinx was very cool, was that whether you know a lot about movies, Cinelinx is hard. And I think the older you get, the harder it gets, because the brain just doesn't function like it used to, because you're going, I know that actor. I know what movies was he? I know he's in that movie. I know he did this, that, and the other. So very cool. There's 3 different ways you can play Cinelinx. One is, there's 3 basic levels. Let me just pull this out so we can talk more about it. Oh, that's like a coupon for future, you know, that's good. Way to advertise in it. One thing I would say is I really would have loved to have a rule book in this, but you can go online and get all those rules now, so it's not that big of a thing. But, you know, you have these 4 little cards that kind of have it in there, and there's kind of a variable level of expertise you can play with this game, and it's called Connection. So just so you get an idea, my red band expansion is mixed in. That's what the red cards are here. But, you know, you have Pulp Fiction, and then you can, you know, you basically are going to go and you're going to connect cards. I guess Pulp Fiction could be a comedy. It's really not, so that could be something you could argue about. But, you know, you're going to go and, you know, you Green Mile, you could have drama, or you could have, like, Tom Hanks. You know, there's different things that you can directly connect the cards with. So you're going to get this all on the table, and you're going to be connecting cards. And then if you put a director card down, you get a bonus card that allows you to do certain things. So it's kind of fun that way. But there's 3 different degrees of connection. So let me just go over them real quick. So your first degree connection is definitely, it's going to be really direct. John Carpenter, The Thing. Okay, he directed it. That's the closest connection. So that's what they call a first degree connection. And then a second degree connection would be something like if you had John Carpenter and then you put Kurt Russell. So you'd have John Carpenter, you know, John Carpenter directed The Thing that starred Kurt Russell. That is the second degree. So the first time I played the game, that's kind of how we played it. Kind of not knowing the rules 100%, that's how we played it. Then you get into the third degree, which really advances it. So the way you can kind of imagine it is you have 1 card, then you have 2 cards in between it that are imaginary cards, and then your third card. So you could say, you know, horror, and then you'd have John Carpenter, The Thing, Kurt Russell. So you could, you know, put Kurt Russell next to horror. I think when you play that way, it makes the game, although you're thinking more, it makes it a little bit too easy because the connections, you know, if you know movies, you can knock them out pretty quick. So I would recommend that you play with people that know movies, that love movies, and then you get into the second degree. That's how we basically play it. It's really fun. You're trying to get rid of the 10 cards in your hand, and you're laying them out. You need kind of a big table. That's one thing I would say. But Cinelinx, very cool game if you like movies, and I think you can get it relatively inexpensively out there, but it's definitely worth the $20. And if you know, there we go. I'm going to drop them all over the floor. But if you know anybody that loves movies and likes board games and wants to have some fun and be challenged, Cinelinx is the way to go. There's cool expansions are coming out, but that is Cinelinx.